What's going on, guys? Mike here with Chit Gaming. So it is no secret that I love retro gaming. I grew up, with things like the Nintendo, the Super Nintendo, which is my all-time favorite console, things like the Sega Genesis, Sega Saturn, and what have you here. So as I said, I have been playing retro gaming ever since I was a kid back in the 80s. Now, one thing I love to do as well too is I love to collect physical games. Now, I don't have a huge collection by any means, but I do love collecting physical games, especially for those retro games as well too. Now, retro gaming is pretty expensive right now. But every once in a while you can get collections as well here too to be able to play at a great price. And that's where the Evercade comes in. So back in December I showed you guys my Evercade Versus console that I got here. Now there is other versions of the Evercade as well too, handheld versions like the EXP and the basic version as well here too. But again though, I love to collect those. I've been doing so since December, and most recently here they got a brand new collection out that I'm a huge fan of. Now, not too long ago, well I guess it's been a little while, I showed you guys a game for the Super Nintendo called City Hunter and the Caverns of Death. Now this game right here is an action adventure game with some puzzle aspects, and yes, this is an actual physical new cartridge game for your Super Nintendo. Now this comes with like an instruction manual as well as a poster inside as well too. And yeah, again, great game, brand new on the Super Nintendo. Now, I play this every once in a while. I'll pop it in, play it on my analog Super NT. Again, have a lot of fun here doing so. Now this is published by CollectorVision, and I watch a lot about John from Gamester81 over on his channel. Make sure you guys check him out as well here too. Very, very good guy and knows his stuff about retro gaming. So I trust in his word, and that's what kind of introduced me to City Hunter, exactly why I had to have this game. Now today though, we're going to be talking about the collection for the Evercade. So again, the Evercade, we have City Hunter, the collection here, includes 4 games on the Evercade on a cartridge. So again, you can play this on your EXP, you can play it on your Versus console, but I've had a lot of fun playing this game. Now, the City Hunter, the Caverns of Death is going to be on this collection. But again, every once in a while with Evercade, you can get 1 game, you can get 2 games, you can get 3 games, and so on. Sometimes even 10, 12 games. And usually it's going to run you about $19.99. So again, an affordable price for retro gaming. Sometimes they do run a little more, but usually that's for like special games or special edition games and so forth on the console itself. So again, great affordable pricing for these games. But this one here is going to have both the 8-bit and the 16-bit versions of the games as well here too on this collection. As I mentioned, Caverns of Death's on there, so you get that on here as well too for the Super Nintendo. You get City Hunter and the Shrines of Peril on here, and that's going to be the Intellivision version of the game, or a television game I should say. Then you have City Hunter and the Sacred Tribe, which is going to be the Sega Master System game. Then you have the 4th game that's not really a City Hunter game, but it is a newer game they're working on here. This is going to be like a puzzles type game here. Reminds me a lot of Pac-Man. You go around getting like these powers like that, and you can basically eat the enemies or whatever, but you have to kind of like, it's more of like a puzzle game, like a maze game too. But definitely a lot of fun here. It gets challenging after a while, especially when the lights go out and you can't figure your way out around. But it is called Jester. So again, 4 great titles on this one collection. I'm going to open it up to show you guys what it looks like inside. So we do have, of course, have the cartridge, as Evercade always does. You look at the back of the cartridge, here's what it looks like, or the front of the cartridge I should say. So yeah, Evercade does a great job with their carts. You also get a full color manual with this game, of course, like you do with most, or pretty much all of the Evercade. So you do get a full color manual inside, but you also get a poster, which I believe might be the same one. I can't remember off the top of my head. It could be different as one you get with the City Hunter Super Nintendo, but you do get a nice little poster as well too. So again, everybody loves goodies. I'm a sucker for goodies. I buy Nintendo Switch games all the time, sometimes just for the goodies inside, if I can get them at a reasonable price. So again, I like the fact that you get that all with this here. So again, just want to kind of show you guys, I'll put some gameplay up here a little bit, but I had a lot of fun playing this on my Twitch channel last night, twitch.tv/chitchatgaming. The one game I had a hard time with was the Intellivision version, and that was the City Hunter and the Shrines of Peril. I had no idea. There's this one spot where I just kept trying to jump and I kept hitting the statue and I couldn't get past it, and I was getting frustrated, and I'm gonna have to ask John, how the hell do I get past this part? But fun game though regardless here on the Intellivision. I never had that back in the day, so it's kind of cool playing it on there. City Hunter and the Sacred Tribe, I do own a Sega Master System as well here too. I'd love to be able to pick this up From my understanding, they no longer make this, but I wish I would have got it back in the day here. But I just got a Sega Master System a few years ago, so maybe I missed it, not too sure. But either way though, it is a fun little game for your Sega Master System as well here too. Again, the only thing that's kind of crazy about that game versus like the Caverns is with the Master System game, you kind of jump, and you have like one particular jump where you jump to the side and you almost like bounce. And I had a hard time kind of figuring that out at first. I kept dying because you have to like plan out and strategize your jump just right. City Hunter: The Caverns of Death, of course. This is honestly a freaking great game. If you love Super Nintendo action adventure mixed with some puzzle and some puzzling and stuff as well too, this is a great like speed run game as well here too. There's 12 levels, I believe there is, and you get a code, a password after every level you complete, so that way you can go back to it if you die. Because if you die, you die. But if you have that password, then you can go back and complete it. But fun game, definitely starts out easy and gets challenging. But again, a great speed run game if you have time to check it out. And as I mentioned earlier, Jester, again, a Pac-Man style maze puzzle type of game here. Like, definitely gets harder and harder as you go. I found myself definitely getting confused and irritated when I would couldn't find the torch to be able to light up the place, to light up the map, and I was just getting lost. But again though, guys, a lot of fun. So would I recommend picking up the City Hunter collection for your Evercade? For $20, guys, you can't go wrong. I can't remember exactly what this cost me, but it was definitely more than 20 bucks for just this one game. But again though, it's a physical game on a cartridge for your Super Nintendo. But with that being said though, you can get all 4 games, which is definitely going to cost you more than $20, especially due to the fact that you can't even pick up City Hunter and the Sacred Tribe anymore on the Master System, I believe, as well too. So again, for 4 games, 20 bucks, highly recommend it. I also highly recommend the Evercade if you don't have it. It's a lot of fun, a great console. If you like playing a home console, you can get the Versus Edition, which I mentioned. I'll put a link as well too down below here on my video of opening that, kind of showing that off. But of course, there is a handheld version that's most recent called the EXP. But again, guys, make sure you guys check it out. If you own an Evercade, I 100% recommend this. If you don't own an Evercade, definitely look into them. And if you do, make sure you guys pick this title up as well here too. So again, let me know if you have any questions down here below. Make sure you guys like this video if you choose to. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and make sure you turn on that bell notification to keep up to date with all things that is Chit Chat Gaming. And as always, guys, happy gaming.